The city frozen in time. You've probably heard of Pompeii, the ancient Roman city that disappeared in a single day, a place where time stopped so suddenly that people were frozen mid-step, mid-breath, mid-prayer. But Pompeii didn't vanish quietly. It didn't fade over years or crumble slowly into history. It was erased. In a matter of hours, an entire city, its streets, homes, markets, its laughter, arguments, and routines, was buried alive. This is the story of the most sudden urban disaster in human history. Not a legend, not a myth, but a real day when the world ended for thousands of people who never saw it coming. A perfectly normal morning. Pompeii, 79 AD. It was a prosperous Roman city near the Bay of Naples. Merchants opened their shops, bakers fired up their ovens, children ran through stone streets. Wine was poured, bread was sold, life continued as usual. Mount Vesuvius stood nearby, quiet, green, almost beautiful. Most people didn't even realize it was a volcano. It hadn't erupted in living memory. For generations, it was just part of the landscape, a sleeping giant everyone assumed was dead. No alarms, no warnings, no reason to panic. Just another day, until the mountain woke up. Mount Vesuvius wasn't an ordinary volcano. It was a stratovolcano, the most dangerous kind. These volcanoes don't release pressure often. They trap it for centuries. Gas builds up, magma thickens, the crust seals tight, and when it finally breaks, it doesn't leak, it explodes. Deep beneath Vesuvius, pressure had been building for hundreds of years. On August 24, 79 AD, the mountain reached its breaking point. The crust shattered, and the sky tore open. Just after midday, a massive explosion ripped through the summit. A column of ash, rock, and gas shot more than 30 kilometers into the sky. It rose so high, it reached the stratosphere. People looked up in disbelief. Some thought it was a storm. Others thought the gods were angry. Ash began falling, like gray snow, light at first, almost harmless. Many stayed. They swept ash from rooftops, covered their mouths, waited it out. That decision would cost them everything, because the ash was only the beginning. As the eruption intensified, the ashfall grew heavier. Roofs began to collapse under the weight. Darkness covered the city, even though it was still daytime. The air became thick, unbreathable. People fled into streets, clutching loved ones, searching for escape. But Pompeii was trapped. The sea was blocked by falling debris, the roads were choked with ash, and then the most deadly force of all arrived. Pyroclastic flows, death moving at speed. What followed was not lava, it was far worse, a pyroclastic flow, a wave of superheated gas, ash, and stone racing down the mountain at over 100 kilometers per hour, hotter than 300 degrees Celsius, hot enough to stop a human heart in seconds, hot enough to boil organs inside the body. You couldn't outrun it, you couldn't hide from it. The first wave missed Pompeii, giving false hope, but hours later, another surge poured down the slopes. This one hit the city directly. Pompeii didn't burn, it was suffocated, cooked, erased. The final moments. Death came instantly for many, not from impact, not from fire, but from heat and shock. People collapsed where they stood. Families died holding each other. Animals froze mid-run. Bodies dropped in doorways, streets, courtyards. Some tried to shield their faces. Others prayed. Some didn't even realize what hit them. Within minutes, Pompeii was silent. 6 meters of ash and debris sealed the city like a tomb, and then the world moved on.